So you're probably wondering, what's going to happen in the future? You're looking at everything around you and can't help but ask, what's going to come next? God has brought you through uncertain times, through the storms. You know His timing and direction is good and perfect, but you can't help but worry what the future holds. So here are 3 steps on how to trust God with your future. 1. Remember how God has been faithful in the past. All the things God has brought you through before, they made you stronger, wiser. He's a God who never changes and knows everything. Look back and realize the journey God has already brought you through, how He's been faithful in the hard times before, how He's spoken to you and shown you paths of opportunity. God has a plan for you, and although you won't know each and every little detail, when you look at the fuller picture of your life, you can start to see a pattern, all the different puzzle pieces come together. Understand, therefore, that the Lord your God is indeed God. He is the faithful God who keeps His covenant for 1,000 generations and lavishes His unfailing love on those who love Him and obey His commands. God sees the inner desires of your heart, your motives, your intentions. No matter what's happening in your life right now, do you think God's just going to throw everything away that He's been building inside you? If you're here in this moment, then you know God has been faithful to you. You can trust that His promises are honest and true, which leads us to the second step. 2. Hold fast to God's promises. God is not a man, so He doesn't lie. He is not human, so He doesn't change His mind. Has He ever spoken and failed to act? Has He ever promised and not carried it through? God promises He'll be there for you. And as you continue to walk into your future, the Lord Himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Our Father promises to strengthen, help, and uphold you. Even when barriers, obstacles, and tribulations come your way, you can take heart because Christ has already overcome the world. God doesn't give you hypothetical faith. He gives you enough faith to take the next steps, trusting He's already taken the rest. God promises that in your weakness, you will be made strong. When you hope in the Lord, your strength will be renewed. You can run with diligence and not grow weary. You can walk far distances and not be faint. The future is unknown. It can seem big and scary, but you have a God, Jehovah Jireh, who knows the beginning and the end, who created the heavens and the earth, the one who provides and who's made you justified. He has authority over it all. He said, though the mountains be shaken and the hills be removed, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken, nor my covenant of peace be removed. Hold fast to His promises, for the Lord will be with you. For step 3 on how to trust God with your future. 3. Trust God will lead and guide you along paths of righteousness. The Lord will speak to you. Your own ears will hear Him. Right behind you, a voice will say, this is the way you should go, whether it's to the right or to the left. He will speak to your mind, your heart, a gentle reminder, a constant tugging to follow Him. You can say with confidence, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Like the psalmist, you declare, show me your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. On you I wait all the day. There's so many things God wants to tell you, but you wouldn't be able to fully understand it, which is why God's Spirit lives within you. He guides you in all truth. Through His Spirit, God guides and solely reveals the future to you. So whenever you're feeling anxious about the future, remember the 3 steps. Remember how God has been faithful in the past. Hold fast to God's promises. And trust God will lead and guide you along paths of righteousness.